Hey, we're live.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Board Game Geek live demo. I'm Aldie.
I'm Eric.
I was about to say I'm here with Eric. Eric is our Board Game News manager. Board Game Geek News, not Board Game News. Board Game Geek live demo. I'm Aldie. You're going to have to mute your audio, Eric. I would say I'm here with Eric. Mute the video.
I'm done. Okay.
We tried to get that right before we started, but I knew for some reason it might not work.
Because Eric does not know tech, and
okay.
I'll talk over myself here.
That's all right. No worries. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. Hey Eric, what you been doing lately? What have you been up to?
What have I been doing? Well, the summer is a busy time for conventions and preparation for Gen Con, and then Spiel immediately after that. So Board Game Geek attended the Origins 2017 show, and we did a live stream broadcast there for 5 days. And it's kind of the precursor, the introduction to the convention season, where we saw some new games that had been released and a lot of prototypes and things coming later in the year. We recorded lots of video for that, and that's all in preparation for Gen Con. So since Origins, after recovering from illness, been working Gen Con 2017 preview, which right now we have more than 300 titles on the list. Last year, our preview ended up with close to 550. So we'll have a lot more titles being added in the next 3 weeks. But the convention format, the convention preview format, it's been the same since I started in the site 6 years ago. And it was a modified geek list made special for me that sometimes people would want it. People would ask me how they can make their own version of this, and I'd say, sorry, it's just for me. But it had some limitations that I had hoped could someday be changed. I am not the tech guy. That is Scott.
Right.
And Scott has lots of other things that he has to do as well. So I'd send a huge list and be like, man, it'd be great if we could do this, and we could do this, and we do this. And you're like, well, we're a little busy with...
Right. So we've had the site redesign taking up almost all of our time exclusively.
Right.
And I've kind of broken away from that a little bit lately. While some things are getting clicked on in the back end. So I had some time to dedicate to a Greenfields project, which is basically code for I can do whatever I want and I don't have to make anything else work. Right? Like it has to have a bare minimum of functionality, right? And then but I can kind of create what I want. Anyway, so
yes.
Without belaboring
and then integrate it.
and then integrate it all into all of the Board Game Geek systems. So I think we've been talking about this for like 2 years about all that stuff. Because the Geek List, while it's a great tool, it's basically like a hammer and everything is a nail, right? What's that phrase? Like if all you have is a hammer, all you see are nails.
Right.
Is that So
that is the way it goes.
Turned into like basically and I think they work pretty good for what it does.
It works great for what it does. It was just restrictive for what I would want to do.
Right.
And then people would ask about all sorts of customization tools that they might want to use or different ways to use the list. But we had a fixed format, and that was it.
Right. So. That's true. And it's super hard to modify geek lists without breaking all the geek lists that are there and kind of, I don't know. Plus, it's all icky code, and I didn't want to work in it. So
that's right. You're working on
all
new
freshly
things.
fresh from scratch code. Yes, I broke new ground. So yeah, basically, I wrote this after Origins. So I'll give you the time frame how I guess quick or shortly it took. I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt pretty quick for what it does. I got nearly 100% of my time with our designer Jordan, who. I guess it would be awesome if he was here tonight, but I didn't even think to ask him, but I don't. I'm so selfish. Anyway, so sorry, Jordan, but we really appreciate your work on this. Like basically he and I worked hand in hand for the month since Origins. So should we bring it up?
We should.
And get some water here. So I have my I learned my lesson. Last time I did a live stream video demo, I spilled a glass of water on my keyboard 5 minutes into the demo. It was great. And that was so I learned my lesson. Hopefully, got my BGGCon water bottle. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, let me share my screen and let me know how it looks. How's that look? Coming up?
Oh, there we go.
Can you see it? Actually, I hope it... For any of you that have a PS4, you probably know that sound, that little sound. You know what? I'm going to unplug it real quick. It's going to drive me nuts. It's going to go for a while. Give me 1 sec.
I think Aldie will have to lock in his screen. Otherwise, every time I talk, this will go away. And this is really what you want to see.
Okay. Ready to roll?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure you're still there. Okay, so here is the Gen Con 50 2017 convention preview. And we're calling the System Geek Preview because it's not necessarily only for conventions, but for this first run, it will be conventions. In fact, Gen Con will be the first one, and then we'll pop right into Spiel. I think that goes live right after Gen Con.
The Monday after Gen Con is the current plan. Now, Scott, did you lock in your screen?
Oh, I should lock my screen in. Let me one second. Okay, you guys are going to see a bunch of stuff here. Let me lock my screen. Present to everyone. Is that what it is? There we go. I think that's right. Okay, so.
Okay.
Are you focused, is it focused on me now?
It is, I believe, now focused on you.
Okay.
And we want to talk about, so right now we actually have 2 Gen Con previews ongoing. We have the current one that is already live that people are commenting on and have thumbed and have done whatever they've done with. And there's this new test format, which we plan to go live with tomorrow, Wednesday, July 26th.
Right.
And I'll have 2 side by side right now.
Yeah, well, we're going to leave them both, or leave the original one up just because people have already been using it. And it's a little close to the show. I guess we're probably like a few weeks away here.
Right. There's no need to switch over, but we'll have them both active and test this one to see if we need to fix anything before.
Yeah, we're kind of giving this a sink or swim. Sink or swim. Okay, so here we go. We got a little bit of a header here with information about Gen Con in case you never heard of it. You can link to their website. I'll scroll down a bit. If I'm going too fast, just tell me to go back or something because I don't really have any concept of how quick. I'm pretty fast talker, so I may need to slow myself down.
Maybe we should talk about some of the main things that people have asked for and that now you can do.
Right. So let's just go ahead. You drive me, and I'll demo it.
Okay. The thing that I think people have asked for most is some sort of way to organize titles differently than what I had, because my format was always organized by publisher. It was set up that way where I had to do it by publisher, and the publishers weren't even links themselves. They were just kind of placeholders within all the titles that were alphabetized by publisher. So the default is still alphabetized by publisher. This is what you've seen, so this is what we have. But you can now sort this list many different ways.
Hey, we have 2 Thunderstone quests on here.
That's because I added it, I think, before.
Should I delete that one? So you guys get to see a little inside baseball. There we go. Boom. It's gone. I'm on the admin view, by the way. You guys won't see these little tools. I'm wielding my power.
That's right.
As an admin. So yeah, this is basically what it kind of currently works like, the publisher groupings, and then sorted underneath those, right? So we've got Ape Games and Arcane Wonders and Arcana, Atlas Games.
All the ones you're familiar with. Now, the page still sorts similar to the current format where you see 25 games, and then you can go through.
Right, you can click a button and hit 25 more. Or you can be crazy and hit show all. But let me just warn you, you're going to need a computer for that. I'm not going to do it now because we're doing live demo, and I don't want to curse myself with the demo gods, so I will just leave it at 50.
Okay.
But notice we have 346 titles already. Like you said, it's going to go up to 500 and something by the end of the month, right?
Yes.
Or before the show. I shouldn't say the end of the month. Okay, so let me jump back to the top. Okay, so I know a lot of people wanted to sort by title. There you go. Boom. Sorting by title.
Hey, with the publisher listed underneath the image of the game.
Right. Yeah. So we have like a little kind of thumbnail-y version of the game or the picture, and then the publisher. Notice that we've also put in some of the basics of the of the game mechanicisms, and the categories, and the players, and the playtime, and the age, and
hey, the price and availability.
Price. Right. That's
hey,
new. Well, that's not new, but
it's new that it is actually in a database format that will become useful later when we start doing other things.
Right. Okay.
So alphabet, but you can sort by other ways as well.
Yes, we can sort by thumbs. This has been out. I've given this to a couple friends and colleagues to start thumbing the items, I guess is how you would call it.
Yes.
Where you can just sort by the number of thumbs. I know a lot of, there's been a geek list created by, is it Purple that did it? Or someone did it?
Emil did it for a while with the Spiel list, where each week he would make up a different geek list and post it by thumbs. Now this will be something you can do automatically.
Right. So I can thumb myself. There, boom.
Okay.
It's green. I guess I thumbed some of these already.
That's right. And you can unthumb.
Yeah, I can unthumb and screw that game. Wait, not that one. Right. Okay. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
Next thumb. Yeah. This is a questionable one that we have in here just for like kind of because we can. You can sort by the average rating in the database.
But the problem is that games with 110 rating are coming.
Yeah, some of the games don't have as many ratings right now, so kind of. I mean, we may leave it in. It might be fun for the future. I wouldn't take it too seriously, guys.
Right. One of because these games are mostly not out, and they're going to have very few reviews and ratings right now. So this is all preliminary.
Yeah, this is preliminary. Okay. Let's sort on the price from low to high. Let's see what the cheapest game is. That would be Spy. $5. Oh wait, yeah, these are the little Perplex games. Yeah, they're all $5. Cool. Yeah. Let's see what the next. Oh, $5. $5. Some packs and stuff. Hey, we got expansions in here. Look at that. It's an expansion for Hostage Negotiator with a little link right there.
That's right.
Huh. Wonder what that's for. Okay. Well, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Let's go from high to low. What do you think the most expensive game at? You probably know because you've been entering the prices.
Oh, well,
answer quick because it's gonna.
There was one issue that, yeah, I was gonna.
Is that true? Is that the correct price?
That I'm still trying to work out exactly what you're getting, because they talk about a Storm Hollow Treasury that's a special something or other that I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
For all you whales out there, this is how you find the expensive games.
Okay.
Cool.
There's one issue I had not brought up, but again, this is my issue. Previously, there's, for example, Tomb of Annihilation. There's a painted version for $160 that's premium. Really, I should have a separate listing for that version on here.
Right. And previously, I think you can do that. Yeah, I think we allow for that, where you can enter.
Yeah. Well, previously, I would just add lots of notes, and I think under this version, where we have lots of sorting capabilities as well as filters that we'll get to in a moment, more listings, and let users do what they want.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Playtime. I'm gonna guess a love letter game will pop up first. Close. Dark is the Night, 10 minutes. 1 to 15 minutes. I guess there's a lot of those 15-minute games type thing. Oh, hey, Magic Maze. There you go. Chemistry Flux. Hey, there's Love Letter. Lovecraft Letter. I knew that was going to be in there somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
There will be one every year
for some people if they want to figure out their playtimes. And I guess probably more interesting maybe for the higher end playtimes, right? Because those are the more deeper, strategic games.
That's right. Games that weren't listed a few days ago.
Right.
Due to a small bug.
Yeah, we had a little bug. Cool. All right.
Okay.
And we've got recently added.
This is something that people have also asked for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to see only what's new.
Right.
And so now you can sort by what's new, and then you can scroll down until you've seen things you've seen before, and oh, okay, done.
Right. And I'm gonna suggest an alternative method to that, but we'll get there. I don't want to jump ahead.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And then we also have my Geek Preview priority sorting. So I'm going to not click that yet. I'm going to go back to the publisher view. Okay. Actually, right before I go to view, or before I show some of the interactive features, I want to switch to the thumbnail view. So with a click, you can just kind of browse by covers. So this is another way you can kind of ingest the games by visual, right? Like, I'm a visual person. I like to look at the covers. This is the way I like to look at the games and stuff.
Right.
And I can click my buttons here. That's how you work too?
Well, that's how I look for 3D covers that need to be replaced.
Right. So any publishers listening right now, I hope so many of you are. Please give us give us a 2-dimensional cover image that we can make it look nice. I think when I get down to Cool Mini or Not, they have all
yes,
three-dimensional.
They are
perspective.
High dynamic.
We need 2-dimensional covers, people.
Also, I need 2-dimensional covers so that when I make thumbnail images for the video overviews that we record at conventions, I can actually make a thumbnail image from a 2D image, but a 3D image cut for a thumbnail looks like garbage.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. That's sorting. Cross it off on the list.
Except for priorities.
Right. Oh, okay. So let me skip ahead to that. You guys may have noticed that we have these little buttons here. There are buttons. When you mouse over them, they look like you can click them, and you can. One click, and you can mark your. And this is nothing against any of these games, but I'm just clicking all of them just to show you all 4 different buttons, of which I can mark my status of a game. And you can go through all 346 titles and mark every single one. And then do a couple more here and just show you a couple things. No offense to anybody here. These are not my real opinions.
That's right.
Okay, so I've marked a few games. Will the publish? You know what? Let's do the question. Save the questions to the end, guys. Because then it'll be easier for me to take them. Sorry, I'm getting text messages here, making sure I'm not screwing up. Okay, so let's go back to my Geek Preview priority. Now that I prioritized a bunch of games, I can sort them by my own priority. Okay. There we go. There's my must-haves. There's my interesteds. There's my undecideds. And there's my not-interesteds. So maybe that will segue into the filtering. How about that?
Sounds good. That's why I brought it up.
Filtering. Yeah, so now that we have a few pieces of real data, boom, there's the filters. Okay. This is kind of complicated, but I hopefully think it's pretty useful. Like, I think once people mess with it a little bit, they'll get it. I hope. Anyway, that's my intention. So the first thing right at the top is I can filter on the games that I want to see, like the ones that I have maybe must have, interested, or undecided. I can apply that filter, and boom, I just see those games now. Nothing else. All right.
And it tells you as well. You're looking at only 11 filter titles. Right,
and then I can also knock these out. So if I want to knock out my must-haves, I can see what I'm or maybe I just want to see my undecideds, and I can just like selectively clear these.
Make up your mind. Gen Con soon.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, like if you start using this tool to put in your data, we can maybe do some fun statistics. I haven't done those yet, but I think we're going to. Okay.
That's right. First, we have to finish this.
So here is my my suggestion about finding new things. So if you come in the filter if you prioritize all 350 titles or so, then you come back later and you click on not prioritized, you can see all the games that you have not prioritized yet. And that could technically be the new ones, right?
It could be.
It could be the new ones. Okay. We're not. I don't want. Hey Joshua, hold off on the spamming, please, or otherwise I'm gonna kick you out. Sorry. I'm sure Boss Monster is a great game. Okay, so that was basically my suggestion of how to see new game. newer games that may have been added since you last looked, because you haven't prioritized them yet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, let me just clear those.
That's the main thing. That is what I'm super excited about. But there's more with the availability.
So yeah, let's skip these little sliders here and go down to the availability, and let's say I only want to see the games that are for sale. Boom, for sale.
This is one of the other things that people have really wanted.
Some people just want to see what they can buy. And then you can, I'm not sorted on that. I can do show more and see more of those things. And keep clicking and see more. Buy all the games. There's quite a few games for sale at this Gen Con, I think, more than last year, potentially.
Yeah, showing 75 is only what's currently visible.
That should say of
75 out of
that's
something.
Actually probably something I need to fix.
Okay. 75.
Then you can also do your demos. What demos am I seeing? Lots of demos too, of course. Hey, cool mini or not, we need two-dimensional covers.
They do supply those, but
eventually.
Eventually.
Okay, let's see what else we got for filters. Oh, remember when I was talking about standalone and expansions? Or I really didn't say it. I just said remember expansions. So if you just want to see the standalone games, like click that. It's going to filter out all the expansions. Same as expansions. I just want to see expansions. I know a lot of people don't. They kind of don't. I don't know. I mean, there's use cases for everything, right? I only want to see expansions, or I don't want to see any expansions.
Right. Or I want to see expansions and then tag them all as not interested. I don't own the base game, so I'm done.
Right, and then it won't ever show up again. Well, it won't ever show up unless you filter it.
Yes.
Filter for it.
And of course, you can add all of these filters together.
Yeah. Is that an expansion? Destination Net 2, second edition?
No. I should fix that.
Destination Net 2. Anyway, yeah. So we can actually even find our own problems here, where we've got mislinked games, essentially. Cool. All right, moving on. Filters. You can also sort the play time. So if you're only looking for games that are, under 30 minutes, we can do that too. Or not. That's a bug. But yeah, the smaller play times will show up first as we're filtering those out. I guess we're also showing 0 playtime or unknown, but we'll fix that. Some people like to see the games that are longer, like maybe an hour and a half. That take 90 minutes and up. That kind of is your heavier side of gaming. Let me reset these. You can also set the number of players. Like if you have at least, if you have 4 players, you want to see games that will support that, or 5. Actually, 5 is probably the more tricky one, right? 5-player games don't really. There's not that many.
Yeah. You're verting party game here, right?
Let's see. Okay. I'm going to skip my collection for now, but you can also filter on mechanicisms. Let's say you want to see all the auction games. There we go. And you could even combine these. Let's say auction. Think there are any auction and deck building games out there?
Don't think so right now.
Nope. That could be a bug, actually.
Oh, it's pulling both auction and deck building.
Right. It's an or.
It's an or.
Right. It's not an and.
Okay.
Yeah, we had talked about that. I don't know how useful it is to combine mechanisms or anything, but we may click a button that would combine them together. I don't know.
I think the default that you had in mind for that was down below. You can also do publisher, and you can
True.
I only want to see all these publishers.
Right. Just to show you quickly, abstract strategy games. Okay, filter on mechanism, or that we call these categories, right? Not really mechanisms.
Yes.
Co-ops. Is co-op a category? I think it does.
It's a mechanism.
Is it a mechanism? Okay.
There's some cleaning up we might have to do on other things too.
There's all your co-op games.
Chameleon is partnership.
I saw that earlier. Someone had marked Chameleon as a cooperative game, which kind of technically is. So let me show off another feature. Is if you click this details button, you can get the designer, the publisher, the category, mechanisms, and the description from the game page. So you technically don't really have to leave this page to kind of get that information. You can just stay right here and look at it.
No, this is all.
Yep.
I was going to say this was visible previously, but this is sort of a loading issue as well, right? To speed up.
Yeah, we load more of the data when you click the button, so it's not all. I mean, we load the data we need, and then we dynamically load when you click something. So.
I guess the thinking is that partly you can look at things and know right away, I don't want to see this, don't want to know more, don't care, whatever it is. So.
Yeah. But also to keep you right here in the tool and kind of operate in here, and then I tend to middle click games if I'm interested in them, just to kind of if I want to load them in another tab, and eventually I'll look at them later or whatever. Okay, what other filters do we have? Clear the mechanisms and publish. Oh yeah, publisher. So let's say you just wanted to see the CMON, the CMON. What are they calling it themselves? CMON or CMON?
CMON.
Come on and game, man. I didn't think they missed an opportunity. Okay. Anyway, all right. So there's the CMONs. You might see the sense of pattern in their boxes. Must have, must have, must have, must have. Oh, there you go. Okay. That might be a little opinion of mine showing through.
That's right.
Well, there you go.
Hey, one of those just went live on Kickstarter, yes? Right.
If you've got a whole bunch of filters set up, and you can just hit the reset button, and it'll just kind of kick you back to default. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, your collection status. So this directly integrates with your Board Game Geek collection, and you can filter on the games of which you have marked as such. Which I don't know if I've marked any. Let me see if I've marked any. So I can filter on my wish list. Let's try that. Hey, I do have some games in my wish list. I have the Chameleon in my wish list. Imagine that. So part of the cool thing, I feel this is different than the Geek List stuff, apart from all the other stuff, is you can do your collection manipulation right from this tool. So you notice that I have integrated that into my Geek List. I want to mark it. Maybe I even, wish list, I guess pre-ordered, I wouldn't do that, but maybe I set up my wish list and I say, it'll show right here within the tool. Let's see, what else should I show with the collection? First Martians. I already have this now, so I will just mark it owned. There we go.
And you can add notes as well. This is next to the priority. Right. That was one other thing.
Yeah, I kind of skipped over that. As you click these, you can also, in fact, you can just click the little X to clear it, or you can add your notes that you want to save. So this might sell out. So get there early. I don't know. What kind of notes would you take at the Gen Con? Whatever you want. And then you can click to edit them real simply there. Edit notes. And so editing your collection is one click away, and so I think that's cool. I hope people use it. Let's see, where are we? Okay. I know a lot of people like to see the games they don't already own. So you can do a negative filter with the little X button here. So that is another way to filter out these games. Like if you already own it, you can make them go away. In fact, let's do that right now. I own Pre-Master Darkness. whenever it comes. And this is the full collection tool. You can do whatever you do with your collection on the game page, you can do here. You can set the version, have the English first edition, all that stuff. And it saves. And if you go to this page on the main site, well, on BoardGameGeek, you will see all that collection stuff saved. Okay.
And so this listing was not automatically removed, even though you were filtering out your owned games. But if you reloaded, it would.
Yeah, if I reload, I will not see Massive Darkness, or I shouldn't. In fact, I can.
And that was something that I know we talked about with Scott, where we don't want to have things sort of whisked away from you.
Yeah, that was kind of an idea. Just like it doesn't. Once you click and own, it's like boop, it's disappeared from your filter or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me see if I reload. That'll. Danger! I reloaded. I should have probably just reloaded the filter. But what was the game I owned?
Massive Darkness. It's still there.
Oh, man, the demo gods are not with me tonight. I'm gonna write that book down. This worked before.
Oh, and one thing to mention while Scott's making a note is often in the old convention preview format, I would embed videos in the description section.
Right.
And now videos are keyed into the cover image of the game.
Right.
We're still working on that because I think we need it a little more visible.
There you go. Is that not visible?
Well, there's some dark covers where the arrow...
Oh, yeah, you're talking about this little button.
Yeah.
So if you see like a little play button on the cover, you will get to see our hard work from Gamma Trade Show 2017.
That's right. And you click on the square on the cover again, and the video stops.
Gone.
Now, again, this is partly because we go to a lot of shows and we record a lot of video, and I think some large percentage of it is invisible.
Yeah.
People don't know it's there, don't know what we've already done, so this is one way to highlight all the traveling and recording we've done.
Right. Because we attend 4 major conventions now, 5 conventions, and we pretty much recorded all of them. So we go to Gamma Trade Show, we go to Origins, and we go to Gen Con and Spiel. So is that 4? And Spiel Massa.
Yeah, we go there. I went to Con this past year, and we did some there.
Right. So at least 5. Could be more. So please watch our videos if you want to see a overview of the game. Okay, where are we at?
Sharing.
Oh yeah.
That what's next?
Once you once you've accumulated your picks, we're calling them, the games you have marked as must-have or interested or undecided, you can then share those with your friends. And we're putting in some pre-buttons where you can just click in, share on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, and Reddit. I don't know if Reddit is the best place to share stuff like this, but I don't know Reddit, so maybe you could. And then, of course, if you just want the bare link, it's right here, or you can just cut and paste, and then you get to see all your friends' shares. Okay, let me close that down. Another thing about sharing, publishers, all the publishers watching right now, you can share your publisher info.
Maybe sort by publisher.
So, yeah, that's right. Sort by publisher. Let me clear that. And then I will search. Or do I want to search? Oh, let's see. Oh, there we go. Alderac. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's this little button over here. And you can share that as well. And then that should just show, if someone clicks that link, they will get this list with just your games filtered. Of course, they can just click this button and get, see everything, but it'll pre-filter for them. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Right. We hope publishers share their games. We want people to interact here. It's all about sharing the information.
I see Thunderstone on the list twice still.
Did I not delete it?
I thought you did.
Maybe I didn't really delete it. Oh, you know what? I might not be. Oh no, I'm logged in. It didn't delete. Delete doesn't work. Live testing, people. All right. Oh, did you see what I just did? Let me do it again, just in case you didn't catch it. Search. I will explain what I said again. So if you are a publisher and you would like to share just your games, like a pre-filtered game, of your games only, you can click that little arrow and then share this link that comes up. Make sense? So if someone clicks on it, they're going to see our stuff first, right? And basically what I said was they're one click away from seeing everything, just clearing the filter. It's just kind of a shortcut. No problem, Connor. Okay. What else we got? I went through sharing. You can also share the individual game if you want, like just individual title. And that'll just link to one game. Maybe if you, I don't know. I'm not trying to predict everybody's anticipations of how they would use this, but there you go. So you can share for one game. Let's see. Thumbnails. I already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can view
subscription.
Yeah. Subscription. You can subscribe to this geek list and get notifications when new things get added to it. So just like a regular geek list, it will show you the new items.
Do you get notifications for alterations as well?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I have to check with that. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I do lots of teeny alterations sometimes, just with prices, availability, whatever. So
yeah, I don't know if that notifies, but I am not 100% sure how I set it up. I think it's only when you create stuff, but I could probably.
Okay. All right.
I might be wrong. One thing I didn't really mention from the thumbnail screen, you can also do your prioritizations. Okay, let's see. What am I forgetting? We went through the videos. Yeah, went through the details.
Most everything. The commands up top, the overview create, you will not see those.
Those are just for admins. So pretend that it looks like that. We'll kick it to the chat. I think there was maybe some questions. Let me scroll back to see. Chris Hahn says, when will this go live? I hope tomorrow, after I fix these few bugs that I just found. I'll live demoing it. Nothing like a live demo to weed out some bugs, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scroll back here.
Someone asked
if a filter on recommended ages. That is a good idea. I can probably add that.
As opposed to actual ages?
Is that a joke?
Well, I don't know what they mean by recommended ages. I mean, isn't that?
Well, I guess if you want an eight and up game, or like 5 and up.
Oh, I missed it. That was actually not in there.
Yeah, I guess we didn't put it in there.
Okay.
One thing. Yep. I did price range and players and
playing time.
Yeah. Let's see. Scrolling back, just for the heck of it.
It's mostly it.
We'll publish those link clicks. Yeah, all the thumbs will be visible, so we aggregate all that, and you'll be able to see that. We're gonna think about the stats will probably be visible to. I'm gonna see how much work it will take to aggregate all that. Likely, it won't take much work, so I'll have a stats page where we can filter, or see the most wanted games, I guess you would say, right? Is that?
Yes.
The must-haves and the interesteds.
Oh, someone. I list the game more than once because of different publishers. How is that handled? And that primarily happens on the Spiel list because there'll be a German version and an English version, or a French and English, or whatever the case is. And I know we had talked about having that, if you sort by publisher, then they would show up under their publishers, but if you sort by title, only one would be listed. I forget exactly how we were, or whether that's actually working or not.
Say that one more time.
If we have 2 titles listed, one from Lookout and one from Mayfair,
right?
One in German, one in English, they will show up under their publisher,
right?
But if we sort by title, will you still see them both?
Good question. Don't know. Don't remember.
And maybe you will, and you'll just say not interested in the German one. Because right now, under the current convention preview format, I have to choose a specific version of a game, and that is what gets linked to the preview. And sometimes that's good because the language information for that version goes along with the listing, and you can see that. What's not good is that if a version has two publishers, is under which publisher that listing gets placed. The system chooses automatically for me. And now with this new format, I can choose which publisher it'll be listed under.
Right.
And I can choose separate versions and list things twice.
Right.
Under each one.
You can list one game under two different publishers and it will be kind of the same thing. So if I mark it wanted, must have, or whatever, it will be the same in both places.
Okay.
It's kind of a distance. Yeah,
I'll
but you can also
that
add distinctly separate items as well. Now that
if I've hidden some items from the geek list as a personal hide, will they be hidden in this new view? These are completely separate systems.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through it all. I'm sorry.
I mean, right now this is really a test to see how this works, and then when the Spiel preview goes live, I currently have about 100 or so titles on the Spiel preview, which I started before Spiel 2016. Actually, I'm going to convert everything over into this new format, assuming nothing bad happens in the next few weeks, and then the convention preview will only go live under this new format. Someone asked about printing. I know you were talking about
I'm working on a condensed list format, so that you would just see the name of the game and like your status, and then like maybe the price or something in the location. Like very, very limited data. Trying to make it as clean as I can.
Yeah.
But I don't have that yet. That'll probably be coming in the upcoming weeks.
Okay. What does it look like with comments? I don't know if you want to talk about comments.
Okay. So one thing that made this easier to implement quicker was to not have comments right now. So this version of this tool will not have comments. I will leave that up to Jordan on how to put comments into a thing, but I quite like the way the comments work on the New York Times website, so I want it to work like that if I have my choice.
You mean with the pull-out screen and things?
Yeah, and I don't really want to bring up the New York Times to show you, but basically you click, you'll see a number in a bubble. It says like 5,982 comments, right? And you click it, and it slides over, and you see all the comments and stuff.
Right, with top-rated comments and that type of thing. Is the comment system being worked on right now in general? Is that part of the issue?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
I don't know if it's being worked on or not. I'm behind on my development with Dan right now, and I'm not sure what he's working on.
Okay.
I was kind of basically heads down on this, so I've kind of shirked a couple things in my life.
Right. So you lose the comments right now. The comments still exist on the existing Gen Con 2017 preview.
Right.
Those will still be there. These are just separate. So does interacting with the game on the list affect how it ranks on the hotness?
No comment. I don't like manipulation of the hotness. That's the only reason I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
It's your mystery.
Can publishers see these choices?
I think that was basically the numbers, right? Like how many people market must have. And I think the answer is yes. I think that's a good thing. I feel like it is, maybe. I mean, then it's a bit of a popularity contest. I understand that, but hey, I mean, we're in a hit-driven world of board games, so if you want to see what your game is like drawing in or not, I mean, it might be a harsh reality. We can certainly.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Dan commented on the comment system.
Comments is sort of being worked on, but for Angular 4. And by the time they're done, it'll be Angular 5. So basically, some of the work Dan's doing will be applicable here. It just was one too many things I wanted to kind of bite off.
Right. I mean, you could try to fit old comment system into this, but yeah. Well, run clean.
Yep.
Does this have a mobile-friendly UI?
It certainly does. Ignore everything behind this.
I think Chad Roberts.
On to mobile.
Chad Roberts is in the chat, and I thought he was using it.
Yep. It's called responsive design. Yep, certainly. There you go. You can see your giant no image available image. Let's see. Any other questions?
Anything for the future that's being worked on in relation to this?
Yes.
I mean, comments?
Yes, big thing. A big thing. Huge. My dream. Clicking pre-order. Being able to pre-order directly from here. That would be awesome. We can kind of do it almost there, not quite, but it's like, well, we can do it. It's just a little clunky. We need more work. It needs to be better. And we also need a lot of publisher buy-in. So
right.
If you're a publisher and you want to run your pre-orders through the Geek Marketplace, we'll work on that.
We are trying to figure that out.
We're trying to figure it out.
Because also it'd just be cool to, have that all in one place. Mostly my dream is if we make that possible, that will encourage publishers to submit info, to have everything updated, to put in nice images, and we'll have that all there.
Absolutely. The presentation and look of it will help sell your game. I mean, honestly, I'm shocked at how lack of information there is for games that are going to be sold to the public in about 30 days, less than 30 days.
Yeah.
I could go on about that, but I'm not gonna.
Yes,
but
I tweeted about that the other day, where a publisher. Sorry, talking to you, Scott.
No, go ahead.
Gen Con had a newsletter that came out, and it was a publisher. Hey, we're gonna have these games at the show. And I went to their website, and those games are not listed. You can't search and find them. You look on, just do like Amazon search. There's nothing. There's nothing. So tell me about these games. So I wrote to them, and hopefully they'll send me info before the show. Who knows?
Muting my mic there. There's a lot of noise in my room. I got a fan going and computers. It's like 100 degrees in Texas right now. It sucks.
Yes.
Any last questions?
Plug for the Hot Games Room at Gen Con.
It is unfortunately sold out. At least every night it's sold out. The Hot Games Room at Gen Con you'll be able to play all the cool hot games. We're going to try to gather them all up and make them available. It is sold out every night, but I think the days still have time. Like, there's some blocks in the afternoons that are open. So if you don't want to brave the masses, apparently everything's sold out left, right, up, and down this year, which I'm very scared of. But you can come chill in the Hot Games Room.
Okay. Someone asked, can you subscribe to a game on the...
Can you subscribe to a game? Oh, subscribe to the game itself?
Yeah.
We could probably do that. We probably can do that. I'll have to figure out how to do it, but probably could.
Okay.
You could also just click the game and then subscribe. I mean, I like to keep everybody in the tool, but like at some point it becomes too much.
Yeah.
But I understand like the want for all the features. I am that way myself, so that's why there's a lot. This thing can do a lot. I mean, hopefully people will like it.
And Scott was just talking with me beforehand and saying like, "Oh, we can use this in other ways." So we're gonna have to see what we can do.
Yeah, I want a weekly Kickstarter list. Right? Don't you?
That would be good. Those take a long time to put together, and I'm still not sure they're worth it. I don't know.
They're worth it.
No. Well, it might be easier if you just make it's not worth it for me. Like usually those take way longer than writing a normal news piece.
Right, because you're basically trying to come up with something funny.
Yeah, you're trying to accumulate a lot of stuff.
Right.
And if the listing is already there and the description's there, and somehow integrate all that into a preview format that you can just subscribe and get updated versions, I don't know. We'll see.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Or monthly. I don't know. Like, you know me. The amount of work it takes to cover all that stuff is it's like a job, right? Yeah. I mean, people are sending you probably daily, right?
Yes.
If I had to guess.
Yeah. It's more not, and of course, even monthly does not work. There's so many people who I see running 10-day campaigns and
the weird odd 2-week campaign, 3-week campaigns.
Yeah.
be cool. I mean, I have some ideas that I want to see if I can get working, and then maybe I'll do another video for the Kickstarter preview tool.
Maybe so, but
I should say crowdfunding, not necessarily Kickstarter.
That's true. You got to cover all the Korean sites and Japanese sites and French sites.
Right. It's we're in a global world now, man. Global game world. There's German, all kinds of crowdfunding. All right.
Oh man. Well, so this goes live sometime tomorrow.
I want to do it tomorrow. I don't think any of these bugs are like showstoppers, but I definitely want to get them fixed. Especially the delete bug, because that's a weird one. I thought I had that. Usually deleting is like the easiest thing you can do in programming, right?
You mean to delete a listing?
Yeah.
I deleted a duplicate Cutthroat Kingdoms while we were doing this demo.
Okay. Maybe you can delete the. Maybe only you can delete it because technically you're the creator of this list, or maybe I am. I can't.
You are, and I tried to delete the duplicate Thunderstone Quest, and it did not.
Okay.
So
it really wants to stay in there. I'll figure it out.
Oh,
all right.
I deleted it. Never mind. We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah. So any last words? I mean, things to say, not words.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Thank you,
well, thanks for you, Eric, and working on this and giving it.
Super excited.
Cool. Me too.
Yes.
I hope everybody else is too. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
And then a Gen Con.
And a Gen Con.
Come see us and say hi.
Yeah. I should say, please stop by and say hello to us. We do like people saying hello and whatever. We like meeting people. We won't bite your head off. We're not scary, I hope. Lincoln will be there. He'll sign autographs, take pictures with you. Maybe Nikki will be there too. I don't know. All right. Signing off.
Right.
Bye-bye.
We got a busy 3 weeks. Watch for many more games.
Many games. Bye.
Right.